This is the Epic Morning Show that comes to you live here on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. In the studio, we get Kefa Mohammed Jawad, we the media and publicity public relations officer for the Sierra Leone Roads Authority. Good morning, Mr. Jawad.
Good morning.
So if me to the one side and then call Jawad no more. I know all the time past them say no, na the big one and the small one. All right.
It's good to be here.
So for the SLRA, we know say the common knowledge is that we are responsible for roads, but waiting exactly we are responsible for what do you exactly do?
Okay, so the Sierra Leone Roads Authority, where people can commonly call SLRA, then established in 1992 by an act of parliament, as we also then revisited them in 19 to 2010. We own core mandates now for able efficiently plan, develop, manage, and control with national road network them. And by so doing, we for ensure say the end goals and they then will be very much reliable and sustainable for the transport sector.
Okay, so giving down a responsibility today now, and does this also look at quality assurance when they construct roads across the country?
Yeah, very much. It looks at quality assurance because we engineers them purely then can put more of the emphasis on the inside there because it starts from the planning stage. We always want to make sure say the design of the roads them gets the quality we for deserve and for be long lasting. So right from the inception, the planning stage of the road to the development, and also after every construction, we get inspections within they do. But throughout the process, of course, we get with engineers and we always the monitor. Then also after every contractor done, it don't talk say we don't done this road here. We can also go again for go inspect. For no say yes, this road here it meets the quality as design specification, and doing then telling the way we engineers and can also able identify some of the small lapses and also tell the contractors and say we need for go the back. Then even apart from that, we get a period where we call defect liability period. So some can last for 1 year, some can last for 2 years. Then at them period and they don't make the road. Anything will happen with the road doing the contractor will make them. It go back and go make them. So down the all the part of quality assurance.
When I get something like warranty, for example, we say this road they don't make so in the next 5 years, like how they go buy products in a shop, so when they go say there is warranty on that, do you have that kind of terms with contractors?
So now this defect liability period what they tell you about say during them time and anything will happen with that road day. I mean, if you can remember just some months back, you go remember say or other people will be on the work on that Jue were linked in my Shaka highway by that Jue axis day, some kind of reconstructions will they go on there because the project still they under that kind of period day. So anything will happen during that time and day, the contractors then can go revisit back and do it.
At their expenses. At their expense. Okay. So whilst during construction as well, some of the problems and where we can see now the coordination with utility services. So if they construct a road now, they will cut the pipe, then pull the cable. But a lot of the time we not get them coordinated. So people will go without months, without light, what's now your own role in all of that?
During the project design, we always can bring on board with utility sectors, especially the Guma Valley Water Company, electricity, and other key sectors, and we then get then services and they will then keep the cost. So we always can involve them things and then and can be part of them processes and sometimes miscommunications could go here and there, and sometimes and they with partners and or with other players and we are the utility sector sometimes at the time we can want them because say every project gets a time frame. So sometimes at the time we want them for come fix up them things then they're not going to come quick. So sometimes and the more the project they delay, now the more the costs be bought on the we. So sometimes then delays and but most times we involve them and we always ensure say we go along that because it will be very bad. We then cannot make the road, then the utility sectors then come again for come. I mean, PS I'm true down this if all can give cost on we and also it ruin the quality of the road. So we get that kind of collaboration there.
So we also know say one of the challenges now is that because of the high population at the city, whilst on the plan, whilst on the plan for expand the roads, how do you deal with that explosion of population and infrastructure at different places and create room for the city road them expand?
Okay, so we then be established the SLRA. Governments be also parliaments be also give the SLRA all the rights of way. What we can call them. We say the rights of way now a broad term where they refer to the entire road network. Every road we get the right of way divided into two sides. We now the roadway and the road reserve. So inside this roadway, we get the carriageway. We say the motorcar and kiwaka. We get the drainage side, and we also get the footpaths or the walkway, and we get that road reserve. So normally, way we can do them roads and day because it's also the lengths them differ. Sometimes like we go down a major highway them, then you say 30 meters. We from the center of the line, the distance 30 meters to the right and 30 meters from the center of the line to the left. So most times that road reserve over the left now for then two things and the one for expand on the road where development don't come, and two for then utility companies and they will just call, because just like where I say, go don't make the road and then pass denting. So they left that part of that side for denting and they for pass then water cable then for then water pipe them electricity cable, and now we don't get the fiber optic. So all of these the part of developments what would they foresee in the future. So the challenge we the SLRA don't they get over the years, that road reserve the walking left. Now Kuman can go grab them feel no more useful.
How big is the road reserve in terms of inches or feet and all?
Yeah, so now I will just explain. It can be 100 feet from the center of the road to the right, from the center of the road to the left. It can be then from major highways. It can also be around 80 feet. Then when you come to then urban roads, then you go back to then rural roads or even then city road networks, it can be around then 60 feet. So normally like we can get 2 way, 4 ways. So the reserve just depends on the carriageway and the length of that part there. So that side in our walking left for that future development, now people over the years don't grab because they just feel say no more useful or the SLRA not gonna need them. So now that's don't be a very much turning and challenge to most of the road projects them, and even don't slow down with road projects them because people don't go grab that land and build permanent structures there. Not to easy tax now for we because every road project, be it do not funded or so, government always they put money there, what we call counterpart funding. Look like for instance the hillside bypass road. Now one of the most expensive roads and the way government spend on because what happen now for we able clear the right of way. Of course, when they establish the country or even the city, all of those side and the people know say they will not reserve. They say yeah, road for pasture in the future. But people just over the years we don't go grab it. So where government be ready for make that road they may get for pay compensations a lot to people for let them move. Or be get stiff resistance also from people. Then there are also some people where they don't pay money for that place, then they don't eat the money for even can clear them the assets in the back and they will come then we see them turn back, they can sit on the back. So not only that side, but every other side, like if you go down and Abo, you get that, we get this Bo Bandajuma highway.
Yeah.
Now that one in a major international highway because we get this Trans Africa road network. So it is not only about the vehicles and what they use necessarily. Other people much can get for the common Ivory Coast, Guinea. Of course, you can see them trailer, then you can walk in with them to them there. So that means they can always leave that big portion of their land in there. So what think can happen now? then people and they actually mingo access they be done they did the wrong campaign and compensations and go see don't they back the other time back with fiber optic this project come back now side and the way for don't be an empty land for let the fiber just campus they don't go see don't they back so with the great then challenges and they with the sector then they so now make we don't just embark on this awareness exercise and also as time they go on we get for the enforce because of course the road clearing process now it always there because we get some critical structures and we go impede road development those structures and then they don't always declare them so now then people and they would also continue we don't continue for the engage over these years and we don't intensify them this year particularly because when you go meet them people and they go always go tell you say I get this land through this person through that person but the act clearly states and say all rights of way it is in the hands of Sierra Leone's authority.
So clearly, from all your explanation, it seems as if there should be much more collaboration even with the Ministry of Lands.
Well, not only with the Ministry of Lands, but even with the councils who've always been collaborating, and we don't intensify with collaboration now because, as I be try to tell you, most people will don't go grab their land and then when you go meet them and say when I clear the road and go tell you say the Ministry of Lands tell give me. When you go meet other person, you go tell you say na city council na sell give me. But in our discussions over time, and even the last time we get a meeting with the sectors and they at New England, now Ministry of Works, most of them sectors and they don't they like to we say now then they give them their roads and they then side and they tell them say no, not to we give them inside and they and everybody we lay claim to identity and they like out documents for proof. Then I want there are some other sectors we go tell you say yes we give them but that's we tell them say for temporary. That's not a bad thing because we can't be using all the rights of way across the country, but there are some particular aspects or side and then at the country we're very much critical. We just want to let the public know say at any time we need them if for lands to we'll not go for pay compensation and we'll not for expect any resistance. So now
is there a way for Leona mark then road reserves then
it is clearly marked. Even when you go now surveys and lands anytime you want buy land. Myself at some point even before they joined the SLRA, one time I go buy land around the for go just this Wellington Mashaka Highway where you don't pass by Rokel. There is another side of that side where you see that Hastings stay in school. Where you see I go call the surveyor tell me clearly say your road get for pasty. Yeah, they will not do mark. So then they will say, but not just sometimes stubbornness on the part of we countrymen them, they will go build on that side and what you also would experience over the years now that people can sit down, they need to build structures now the inside and they will always see them and say road the campus here. All man they rush for go build structures.
All right. Thank you very much for talking to us this morning, Kefa Mohammed Jawad, communication specialist from the Sierra Leone Roads Authority. We've been talking about roads this morning.